Hi everyone, I am in the hut today. I have decided to film in here rather than take things into the office, mainly because the thing I'm showing you today, which is my journal bag, this little pink thing, this is where it lives. This is literally where it's sat most of its life. The only time I move it is if I'm filming something inside and I need some of the things that are in there. Rather than taking bits and pieces out of it, I just take the entire bag because it has handles, which is really helpful. Today I'm going to be going through my journal bag. I did post on Instagram if people wanted to see inside it and what I had and what I keep in here and how I store things, and it got pretty much a black and white yes to sharing it. So here I am today. We are going to go through it all. I'm going to show you all my little storage systems. I'm going to show you what's in here. I have journals, I have supplies, I have adhesives, I have a bit of everything. To begin with, the actual bag itself I got from TikTok shop, but it is a very basic one that you can get from various places that ship from China. It's one of those things that I wish I had found from like a UK shop or something, but I couldn't. I tried to find like an alternative or something very similar, but I couldn't find something with the same sort of amount of pockets, and I loved this corduroy style. It had various different colours that you could get, and this pink, it looked a bit more blush pink or like almost dusky pink from the photos, and when it arrived it's like a very, I don't know how to explain it, it's just a bit sickly and I kind of wish I went for the green one because it was like a nice sage green. There is a few different sellers that sell this on Amazon and eBay. Obviously they come from China as well, but I'll have those linked below. And to give a full disclaimer as well, some of the links below will be affiliate links, which means if you do end up purchasing anything through those links, then I get a small percentage, and it's no difference to what you pay. It just means that I get a bit of a commission through the purchase that you make. But yeah, so this bag, it is quite a sturdy bag, I will give it that. It did come with an extra strap, like a big long one, but obviously I've taken that off because I don't need that. I just need this. It chunks up quite well. It's got a pocket. I don't use this pocket on the back because it would just be too chunky. There is a pocket at the back on the inside, there's a pocket on the front, there's two pockets on the front of the front, and then there's two zip pockets on the front of the front of the front, and then you've got the two side pockets as well. So yeah, it has quite a lot of pockets, but the pockets aren't too small where you're going to lose things. They were really good size for journaling stuff. In the first little zip, I don't keep anything in here. This one is empty, it is spare, there's nothing in this one. In here, I have all the little paint swatches that I have kindly rehomed from B&Q. So these obviously I cut them up and use them for different things, but they're a handy little junk journal-y supply, and I keep them all in there separately because they kind of bulk up my pouches. You'll see in a minute the other pouches I use for supplies, but these, they're just a bit bulky for that, so they have their own separate pocket on the front of the bag. This pocket on the right, I keep all my adhesives in here. So I have my Pritt stick, I have my tape roller. I do also have a double-sided tape as well, because sometimes it's just easier using this versus the tape roller. I have another tape roller. I've also got my out-of-date date stamp here, which is really irritating because I did order another one, like an in-date one, but it arrived and it was in German, which isn't the worst. I could still use it, but I really wanted one that was in English, so I'm going to re-gift the German one to a friend who lives in Germany. She may be watching this, but yeah, that will be going to her. So that is what lives in that one. In this pocket on the front, I have this, which is a tiny weeny Instax album that I have repurposed. I use this to store my cut up letters. I've been very into the whole Ransom letter style text fonts. I've seen people store it in a box, and that's great, but I don't have a ton of space for a box, like a whole box to store letters in. So I did want something more compact. This just fit what I had in my mind really perfectly. This was from Amazon as well. It has enough spaces for the alphabet, so I could have uppercase and also lowercase, but I've just put them all mixed in for now. And then I've started putting punctuation and numbers as well in there. It isn't the greatest, but it's definitely an alternative to having a whole box in here. They do sometimes fall out, but I'm going to try putting some paper in here to relieve some of the static that's making them fly around a bit. Oh look, there's a letter. I have an escapee. I have an escapee bee. In this front pouch I have a few random bits and pieces. I have some cards. I have a little packet of larger junk journaly scrappy things like book pages. This is another, I think, paint swatch book thing that I picked up for free. I have some bits that people have sent me, some pages. Basically the larger pieces that I don't want to fold down, they just live in a little plastic pouch in the front. And I also in here have a little packet of Quality Street wrappers, which again, junk journaling fodder. These are actually really good. As much as it's frustrating that Quality Street have changed their packaging to something that doesn't feel like as quality, they have actually become better for journaling because they are more papery. So yeah, just an FYI, Quality Street, good journal fodder. So that's what's in that front pocket. On the sides, in this one, I have my little Dymo label maker. This thing I love. I love how simple it is. I love that you can use different colours. I just highly recommend getting one of these. It just makes those like proper Dymo labels, the ones you see that are like embossed and stuff. On the other end, I have this, which is, I got these off Amazon as well. I went on a little Amazon hunt just to see what it was about because I wanted some things just to organise the journal stash. They're like little, I don't know what to call them. They screw on to one another, so they're quite secure in that sense. That's what I wanted. I didn't want something that was falling off. They're metal, but they're covered in plastic, so they're not gonna like wreck the washi too much. I want to get a small lobster clasp to go on here as well, so I don't have to keep unscrewing it from here if I want to take the whole little bundle of washi tapes off. But for now, I just screw this little thingy on and then it's on the end here and I can just rip off any washi I want. But those are really cheap and really decent, and they came in a little pack with different colours in, so you can make them smaller. I just used two to put two together, and that's what I used to put my washi on. And then in here I have my scissors, I have my, hang on, where's the other half of this? It's right at the bottom. My stapler that goes in the middle, so I can staple in the middle of pages without having to have a massive stapler. So you take this little thing off, you put it in the middle of your page where you want the staple to go, put that on, and then you put that on the top, and then you just staple down and it staples into the middle of the page. Definitely a handy thing to have if you're a journaler. And I've also got a little craft knife, which is a funny shaped thing, but it's actually a really handy one to use. You've got quite a lot of control with it. So I prefer that to the long ones. I do have some of the long ones, but this is my go-to for a craft knife. I did order some smaller scissors because I much prefer using the Westcott titanium ones, but they haven't arrived yet. So we're sticking with these ones, which I think came from a paper gang box ages ago. Inside this main section is where I keep my journals, is where I keep a lot of the pouches for my journal supplies. I also have a mini trimmer. This is a mini guillotine. It's one of the tonic ones. I swear by these things. I can only really cut straight lines with them. Not a massive fan of the ones which slide. I much prefer the guillotine kind. So this little one lives in this journal bag. But I do have another one of these in my office as well, so I have a couple of them around the place. I have my Junk Journal January journal, which I do need to catch up in. I'm a couple of days behind with that. I've got my little adventure journal that I've been working on. So all the little adventures and stuff that I've been on with my other half. In the last year or so, I've been documenting all the little mementos I picked up in that one. I'm going to have to start gluing pages together because this is getting a bit too junky too fast. And this is only like a cardboard cover, so it's definitely gonna die at some point or explode, I don't know. I have this pencil case, which is actually really handy. It's got this little handle on it. So this has all my pens and stuff in, so I can just grab out my pens if I need them. I got this as a present from a friend, from the same friend who I'll be sending the date stamp to. But it has like a little opening bit, so if I don't want to go to all of my pens, I can just get like the biros, the writing pens and stuff instead of going into the whole pencil case. But if I want the whole pencil case, I can get in that as well. In here I've just got a load of highlighters, my mild liners, a ruler, pencils and rubbers, and just your general pencil case stuff really. I've then got 3 pouches in here, which is where I keep a lot of my ephemera and stickers and other junk journal-y supplies and bits and pieces. This one is actually just stuff from Christmas, so I separated the Christmas stuff off because I'm not going to use that all year round. So there's wrapping papers and napkins and bits of cracker. So yeah, that one's not like a permanent one in here, but for now obviously I've been doing Christmas stuff. So this one I might split into 2 because it has stickers on one side, so I've got a lot of little sticker sheets in here, and then on the other side I've got ephemera, which is just like little journal cards and pieces and stuff and things that I can use in my journals. This kind of holds my bought supplies. some stickers and actually like designed ephemera. And then this little chunky thing, which is the chunkiest of them all, this has all of the junk that I have collected over the last few, I don't know how long, but I keep adding to it. I've got Pokemon card packages in there, I've got papers and stuff. That was from when I had a hot dog somewhere. That is from some packaging of something or other. I've got little bits from newspapers and magazines. I've got a bit of the tube map. Yeah, this houses all of my junk, like actual things I've collected to use in my journals. That stays in here. These pouches were from Hamer, and I don't know if you can get them anymore. I always bought them when they came out. I think they're made from recycled plastic, or at least like they're made in a more sustainable way, but I just love them. They're all crinkly, they're nice, they're a good size. I think one of them's slightly bigger than the other. Like they're not completely perfectly the same size, but they are, yeah, they're really handy. Not sure where you can get them from anymore. I will have a little search and see if you can get them online anywhere. And then in the back here is my happy mail that I need to reply to, so mail from friends, and then I've also got a little pouch of stamps as well to send my letters with. Sorry, friends. I've just been a little buried in work. That's what's in my journal bag. It's honestly so handy having it in this little bag because it's all in one place. Everything has a little space. Everything has its little area where I can keep it. I also have my little traveller's notebook, which is more my planner, and that just sits on the top there. That is my little journal bag. I absolutely love it. I would prefer it in the green, I think. Maybe one day I'll grab it in the green. It wasn't like crazy expensive, obviously, because it's from TikTok shop, so it's from China. If I can find something super similar from a UK shop or a small business that isn't crazy expensive, I would absolutely swap it out. It holds everything I need. And obviously if I want to go and get more stuff, I can just pop back to the office and refill things or swap things out. I'll try and find as many links below to the things I've mentioned, so if you do want to grab any of the bits yourself, then they'll be down there. And as I said before, some of them may be affiliate links. I hope you enjoyed going through it with me. Maybe it gave you a few ideas for how you can store your journal supplies. If you've got any questions still, then let me know down below and I'll get back to you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.